After his loss to Merab Dvalishvili in the co-main event of UFC 311, Umar Nurmagomedov says he has no excuses, but he also adds, "I don't think I've lost this battle, even if the whole world will convince me otherwise." On two of the scorecards, it was 2-2 going into the fifth round, and in the fifth round, Umar did pretty well. He landed more significant strikes than Merab, but Merab landed the most significant strike in the second half of the round, and he also got a late takedown. Those two things combined likely caused the judges to give him the fifth round. All three judges gave him the fifth round. Umar also says he broke his hand in the first round of the fight. Merab Dvalishvili is now number one all-time for the most takedowns in UFC history with 92, overtaking George St. Pierre's record of 90. The rest of the top five include Gleison Tibau with 84, Clay Guida with 78, and Demetrius Johnson with 74. Bogdan Gushkov also broke his hand at UFC 311 on Billy Elikana's head, but Billy Elikana didn't get knocked out. He got tapped out in round one.
What's up, champ? What's up, champ? You want to show us your hand? You broke your hand on his face?
Yes.
Oh.
Stone face.
He had a stone face? Your hand looks kind of gnarly right there, dude.
Like pig.
That's crazy.
It's small pig.
Regarding Michael Chandler telling Arman Tsarukyan, "You don't show up, you don't get a shot. Beat me if you can." Dustin Poirier just says, "Shut up."
Bantamweight champion, perhaps.
Chandler was at UFC 311 sitting behind Sean O'Malley. He said, "Sweet afro, but I can't see around it, bro." Islam Makhachev now just one win away from tying Anderson Silva's 16-fight win streak in the UFC. Aljamain Sterling thinks Chito Vera might be the only guy who can hang with the cardio of Merab, but I imagine he needs to win one more or two more to give him another shot at the belt. Merab has been the top three guys, so they may need to import some new talent from other organizations to fight him. In her victory over Carol Hosa, Eileen Perez did take some leg kicks, as did Grant Dawson in his victory over Diego Ferreira. Rainier de Ritter looking for a top five opponent. He's undefeated at 185, 2-0 in the UFC, 14 of 19 wins by submission.
Yo, is a 70-45 the caliber size of a 30-06 bullet for a sniper rifle? Where they shoot them hogs out there in Texas with a 70-45 on a 30-06? Rampage. I feel like Nakamura is messing up some parlays right now. He was like a minus 750 favorite.
Frank Ocean was in attendance at UFC 311 supporting Peyton Talbot, who was the biggest favorite on the card, but lost to Ione Barcelos, who used his grappling experience and his wrestling to win every single round against Talbot.
He's a game man. Fantastic fight league from Los Angeles. Big time change. But hey, I gotta be honest, I was kind of crapping on this arena still.
Maybe you will not believe me that, but I wanna... Fuck, man! I took a crazy guy from my village to here to see this event, and they are here. And today I will bring them to my hotel, and they will see something.
Dana White was very impressed with the Intuit Dome, which hosted UFC 311. Reflecting on the venue, White said, "This is incredible. I've been saying this since we did the Sphere, which hosted UFC 306 in September. This is where arenas are headed. More sports and entertainment. You know, the big LED screens, the seats light up, the steam, the smoke. This is where the whole thing is headed." Dana White says they're also upgrading the Apex. Obviously, it's not going to look anything like this, but he says they're spending $26 to $30 million upgrading it, and it's going to look a lot better than it currently does. Conor McGregor had another civil suit filed against him in Florida last week, but now he is in D.C. for the inauguration of President Trump. With Alex Pereira headlining against Magomed Ankalaev at UFC 313. That'll be his fourth fight in just under 11 months. He's headlined UFC 300, 303, 307, and now 313. See you soon, Ankalaev. You just signed your death certificate. I'm going to punish you for ducking me. I'm going to make you look like a guy who works in a tire shop, not a pro fighter. If he strikes with Alex solely, he'll probably get knocked out. If he mixes in the wrestling, his odds improve a lot. Co-main event is 313, Gaethje versus Hooker. Good idea making it 5 rounds. Might not be needed the way these guys fight, but good to have that option. Fight of the night potential there. Justin Gaethje has 13 fights and 13 bonuses in the UFC. Pretty crazy stat right there. Averaging 1 bonus every time he fights. This is number 3 and 6 in the lightweight division. Yuri Prochazka continues his strong finishing rate, 30 of 31 victories by stoppage, 27 knockouts, 3 subs, only 1 time he ever won by decision. Brian Ortega wants to return at UFC 314 April 12th in Miami, Florida. Weight class to be determined. He's talked about possibly moving up to 155. Chase Hooper says he's not on the Seattle card. A lot of people thought he would be because he's from the area. He also says he doesn't have any fight booked yet. With a lack of contenders for Merab, John Anik wonders how Pantoja might fare against Merab Dvalishvili. Just wondering how he'd do. Patchy Mix is the one, but he is one of Merab's closest teammates and training partners. Corey McKenna, who was recently cut by the UFC, has also been added to the GFL roster. Julio Arce signs with the GFL. He's coming off a win in the UFC over Herbert Burns. He didn't make weight for that fight. His contract with the UFC may have expired. Ilir Latifi with the GFL, as is Thiago Santos, former UFC title challenger, as well as Jake Ellenberger, who hasn't competed in a really long time. So GFL has a little reunion happening with UFC fighters. We'll see who gets drafted on Friday. GFL also signed this Polish light heavyweight with a 24-12-1 record, but it's weird because he was sentenced last year to 7 years in prison for smuggling coke into the UK in laundry bags, so I don't know if he's going to be able to fight. Former UFC fighter Danielle Taylor, she's a deputy sheriff in LA County. She fought a bunch of times in the UFC and was actually Weili Zhang's first UFC fight. Dana White saying Makhachev is pound for pound #1. This only means negotiations are going bad and he cannot get Jones to fight Aspinall for cheap. Jones wants 30 mil. Now Dana says Islam is pound for pound #1. Islam should ask for 30 million. Damn, I thought he finally admitted that the power slap is worthless and nobody watches it. The tomato has finally ripened. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you want to donate, you can via Super Thanks, and there's also a link to donate via PayPal on the main page.